The reaction of the Paice family, or certain members of it, was very positive, though cautious to begin with. When I contacted Paul Paice, the only child of Frank and Olga Paice, not surprisingly, he was stunned, because he had no idea that I was ferreting around looking at his parents, his family, nor had he been very curious about the family himself. He wanted 24 hours to think about whether he would talk to me, but he did, and when I went round to see him, he told me that yes, he knew that his father had been married once before to a Miss Cox, but he didn't know anything else. He didn't know, for instance, that his parents had been missionaries. He knew very little about their time in India, and he admitted that he was not a curious man. At any rate, he did agree that we should work together on finding out what had happened, and he was very, very cooperative over the time. Now, there was another branch of the family which started off being cooperative, but then someone who had married into the family had taken it upon himself to be offended on behalf of all members of the Paice family and on behalf of Christianity in general. There was one other aspect of the story, and that was Frank's brother, George. Now, they had both become ordained ministers in the Baptist Church at the same time. George was seriously upset about what had happened in India with Frank, and he took it so seriously and was so upset that he left his post, his church in Melbourne, and went to a remote part of South Australia to get away from the scandal. And as far as I know, he never spoke to Frank again. It was a taboo subject in his family, and when I finally did track them down in South Australia, they knew nothing, and frankly they weren't very interested, which did surprise me, because I think if I had received a phone call from a total stranger saying, look, I'm investigating your parents and what happened to them, I'm investigating your family in general about what happened to them, I think I'd be surprised, and I'd most certainly want to know. But at any rate, they weren't interested in the book or learning much from me. But that was their choice, and that's fine by me.